Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, I know a lot of y'all follow me because you want to lose belly fat. You want to slim down your waistline. You want to lose the fupa, lose the love handles. But a lot of people are not aware that it's the dark side of this stuff. It's the dark side. You know what they say? They say new levels, new devils, right? And it's true in fitness too. The same way it is in business, you know, you start to grow and you have all these different moving pieces. Like, guys, I remember, you know, at one point when I wasn't where I am now, I used to always be like, damn, man, must be nice. It must be nice to have 100,000 followers. Must be nice to have a couple of dozen clients. You know what I'm saying? And now where I am, I realize, like, man, I'm grateful. You know, I'm proud of myself for being where I am. But, you know, I have days where I literally don't even want to do nothing. but when you have to be careful what you ask for, because when you get to a certain level and to sustain that level, success doesn't care about your feelings. All right? Success does not care about your feelings. You losing belly fat, your body don't care about that if you sad or happy. My client, I had a coaching client yesterday talking about, I'm not going to say their name. I got abs on my workout plan, on leg day. That's the first thing they said. They said, hey coach, how your day going, man? I got a quick question for you. They didn't say that. They said, I got abs on my workout plan on leg day, you know, and they said something else or whatever. And I responded, I said, hey, my day's going great. How's your day going? And that's just to prove a point. Success does not give a damn about how you feel, okay? And of course, you know, I appreciate my clients. I want to help them. But me being able to be successful is all about continuing to have the right habits and routines to be successful, okay? And so I just say all that to say there's a dark side to it. And so there's a couple of things I want to talk to y'all about. There's 5 of them in particular, okay, that you got to understand these things. If you don't, I've seen people lose all the weight and gain all the weight back. I've seen people lose the 10 to 15, 20, even 30 plus pounds and gain all that back. Wouldn't you like to know, if you're going to be putting in all this time and effort in the gym and with your nutrition, that you'd be able to keep the results once you get them? Okay? I know damn well I do. And so you got to be aware of these things. And so the first thing is this. Discipline is a muscle. Yes, guys. Discipline is a muscle. Okay? I went through a journey, believe it or not. I went through a journey myself when I had just gotten to, well, I had been in fitness for a minute, man. I wasn't necessarily like a trainer yet, though. Like, I was just kind of like getting myself into that realm. But I was really inconsistent with hitting the gym. I was inconsistent with working out. And I remember it would be like months where I'd work out, and it would be months where I did nothing. It sounds crazy to believe it used to be like that, but I went through periods of my life where I wouldn't do anything. And all I could think about during the periods where I wasn't doing anything, I'm like, damn, I got to get myself back into that zone of wanting to work out again. And it just felt stressful to me. I'm like, man, this is about to be hard all over again. Why even stop? You know what I'm saying? And so when you build discipline towards doing something that you're supposed to do, but then you stop doing it consistently, you lose the discipline muscle of doing that particular thing. And now you have to retrain it again to be disciplined again. Guys, and so if you know you done lost 30, 50, 100 pounds, whatever it is, and you take a hiatus from working out and eating right, you damn right it's going to be hard as hell getting back into the rhythm and routine. And so what does this mean? What's the whole topic of this podcast? The dark side of losing belly fat. Once you get it off, you have to be disciplined with the habits and routines to keep it off. You lose the discipline, you lose the results. You lose the discipline of eating properly and tracking and being aware of how many cheat meals you're having on a weekly basis. How often are you eating out? How much alcohol are you drinking? You have to become disciplined with these things. Some of y'all, the reason that you haven't gotten the results in the first place, your ass don't have no discipline with these things. You don't have no structure. Not to mention, once you get to where you want to be at, you have to continue to be disciplined with these things. If you don't, you lose your results. All right? And so that's the first thing. Discipline is a muscle, and you have to exercise it daily. Okay? Number two, this is where we get real emotional. Okay? You're going to have people who downplay your success, guys. I'm just being real with you. You're going to have people who downplay your success. I've been blessed with the opportunity to help coaching clients drop 30, 50, close to 100 some pounds. And when they start dropping this kind of weight, they start to get some hate. People start saying, I have one coaching client named Ann. She down over 90 pounds. And she was really frustrated. She reached out to me probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. She was really frustrated. And I could just sense her energy. And, you know, I was like, man, let me just call up Ann. Let me see how she's doing. Let's see what's going on. And she was like, Jay, I just don't get it. I'm taking care of myself. But I got people who I really care about, I value their opinion, and they thinking that I done took some Ozempic. They think I done had a weight loss surgery or something. They don't realize I done put in all this time and effort in exercising and eating right. You will have people who are going to downplay your success. You lose 20 pounds. You will have folks who say, oh, it must have been water weight. You go lose 20, 30 pounds. You go have some people who go be like, oh, well, let's just see if you can keep going. A lot of times when people get to that point, they can't keep it off. They gain it back. You have folks who go downplay, man. And that can be very frustrating and disappointing, especially depending on who it comes from. Because it don't really rub people the wrong way when it's folks that you really don't give a damn about their opinion. But it's the people whose opinion you do care about. It be your friends. It be your family members. It be your partner. It might be your mom or your dad. And you like, damn, I thought you was going to be in, share my enthusiasm. But you over here hating too. You the op. You the op over here trying to make me feel bad about me progressing my health and my weight. Here's what I say to this, guys. Some people you have to love them from a distance. Some people you have to love them from a distance. And some things that you're enthusiastic about don't mean that other people are going to share that same enthusiasm. They don't see your vision. They don't see that you feel shame and you feel insecure about how your body look when you take your clothes off. They don't know that feeling. They don't know that you have that feeling. They don't know that you want to be a positive role model for your family and for your kids. And you want to get out and make the big bucks because you in shape, and now you can attract more opportunities into your life. Don't get this shit twisted. That's the world we live in. Can you make money if you overweight? Yeah. Is it possible for you to make a hell of a lot more money if you lose weight? 30, 50, 100 plus pounds. Hell yeah. Why? I want you to think about this. Imagine if I came to your house and I hooked up a big old ass weight jacket to you that's 100 pounds onto your body. You got to walk around, get out the bed, get in the bed with that 100-pound weight vest every day for a whole month. How you think you gonna feel? You gonna feel tired as hell. Your back gonna be aching. You gonna be tired. You gonna be irritable. Your damn knees might swell up. Your feet, your ankles gonna be all banged up because of the weight. And so imagine losing that kind of weight, how much more opportunity you'd be able to attract in your life, how much more productive you'd be able to be. You see what I'm saying? You gotta lose that weight, man. And I can go deeper on that, man. I can hop on that all day. But yeah, you gotta lose that weight. And so that's the second. Folks are gonna downplay your success. Okay. Number 3, you will have moments where you feel triggered. All right. I know I've shared this story about myself plenty of times. You know, I grew up in the hood, and I used to go to the Candle Lady almost every day, eating the honey buns and the Capri Suns and the hot fries and the Skittles. Man, I used to be eating that type of stuff all day, every day. And even all the way up until my early 20s, I would eat these things, especially when I used to be extremely stressed. And And this was even when I became a trainer. Like I became a trainer at like 18, 19 years old. And, getting my business off the ground after I had, separated from LA Fitness, and I did my own little thing. And I didn't know where my next client was going to come from sometimes. And so I'll be stressed as hell. I'm like, man, I got to pay bills. I got to make sure I got food. I got to make sure my lights on, you know what I'm saying? And so I'll be super stressed, and I'll be like, shit, man, let me go to the gas station and get me a honey bun. Because I'd be triggered, you know what I'm saying? And so even up to this day, guys, I've just gotten a way better handle on it because I've developed so much more discipline. But I still get triggered if I walk to the gas station and I see a honey bun, especially if I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I'm like in an emotional state because I'm exhausted and I'm tired mentally. If I see a honey bun in the gas station, I'm going to feel a little triggered. I'm like, just one little bite won't hurt. I can just get one. I can just get some milk and then I get back on track. You know what I'm saying? I feel triggered. I can't remember the last time I ate a honey bun because it make me feel like shit, but even though it tastes good. But I say all that to say, even at my level, guys, I've been coaching over 15 years now. I still get triggered. And so if you have trainers making you think that you're not going to feel triggered, even when you lose all this weight, to not want to eat, your guilty pleasure, whether it's Ben and Jerry's, whether it's Waffle House or whatever it is, cookies, candy, chips, whatever your guilty pleasure is, you're still going to get triggered. And it's going to be up to you to have the discipline and to have set a new standard of living for yourself, to say to yourself, man, I can't be eating like that. If I eat like that, man, I'm going to be tired all the time. If I eat like that, man, I'm going to have brain fog. I'm not going to be able to be as productive as I want to be. And if you can't be as productive as you want to be, you can't really truly enjoy your life because you're being held back by your habits. That's why I say raise your standard of living. Once you raise your standard of living, you get the trigger. You still feel triggered to want to eat certain things and drink certain things, but you say to yourself, "So, I'm not going to do it." And that's discipline, guys. You have, and like I said earlier, discipline is a muscle. You got to train it daily. You stop training your discipline and it's all right to eat that junk food a couple of days a week. I can do that. And then you do it the next week too. And then you do it the next week too. And then you do the next week. And then you wonder why you ain't losing no goddamn weight. You're doing it too much. You're not doing it in a way where it has to be way less than what y'all think. Y'all think that you could just go work out and come home and eat junk food. It don't work that way. You got to have a level of discipline where you say to yourself, I may eat a cheap meal on the weekend. A cheap meal or two on the weekend. But not the whole goddamn weekend. You got to develop some discipline and some structure. Otherwise, you're going to struggle with your weight forever. And guys, I'm trying to help you. All right? These are things you have to understand. And so that's number 3. You're going to have moments where you feel triggered. I know for me, I feel it the most whenever I'm stressed, whenever I'm overwhelmed. And most times it's just stress. If I'm not getting enough sleep, I'm just grinding because I'm one of them type A personality. I can just go. I'll be like, fuck it. It's time to get to it. And before I know it, when I look up, I'm exhausted and I want some junk food. But I have to be disciplined. All right? And so that's number 3. You're going to have to be disciplined. You're going to have days you lose the belly fat, you lose all the weight that you have. You're going to say to yourself at times, dang, it ain't going to be too bad to drink some of this alcohol. It ain't going to be that bad to eat this junk food. But for a lot of folks, they do it too much and then they go into their old habits all over again. And before they know it, they look up, a month then passed, they didn't gain 5 pounds. Another month then passed, they didn't gain 10, 15, 20, 12 pounds. And then a year go past, they didn't gain 30. You're like, damn, what happened? You didn't develop discipline. Okay? And so, around your triggers. And so, number 4, you will have folks who don't understand you. This is a big one. Guys, you can't force people to believe what you go do. They don't know what you're capable of doing. I remember when I was still in the gym, being an in-person trainer, and, I started things, and I was just like, man, you know what? I started telling folks about it from time to time. Tell some of my coaching clients, some of my trainers some of my clients I trained in person, and even some of the trainers. How that little online thing going? How that thing going, man? Oh man, I know you it's just like something that you just trying out, man. I know you ain't going nowhere. You go be right here in the gym with us. You know what I'm saying? And not to say they're bad or anything like that. You know, it's great people I trained and great people I trained with, like the gym, the trainers that were in the gym with me. But they didn't see the vision that I had. In my head back then, it was like, shit, man, I'm only training. I'm able to help like 10 or 12 people at a time on a monthly basis because it requires so much of my time training people at the gym. And for me, there's nothing wrong with doing in-person training because I did it for over 10 years. For me, it was like I had put so much value into myself learning how to really help people transform their body, their health, losing weight. I'm like, man, I know so many more people can be helped with the same information that I know versus me being in this goddamn box in this gym, you know? And so that's when I started testing the waters, putting the information out on social media. People started coming to me. And there's one client in particular where it just clicked for me. This guy named John Thomas reached out to me, had been struggling to lose weight for years, lose weight, gain it back, lose weight, gain it back. And he joined my coaching program. 4 months later, he dropped 48 pounds. And I was like, damn. I ain't even had that kind of person drop that type of weight in person with me. And I never even seen it. I never even met John in person. And so I'm like, Oh, so he took a little bit more personal accountability because I showed him what to eat, showed him what to do in the gym, and he went out and did it. I'm like, damn, you know what? Me training people in person might be a crutch because they see me in person, so they think that all they need to really do is come work out with me, which is that what was happening. And so my whole point behind this is this. When I seen the impact that they had on his life, I went full-fledged. Like I started buying business coaching programs left and right, trying to figure out how to like create content to like attract people and grow my audience or whatever. And it took years. It took years for me to get to this point. But everybody didn't see the vision that I had of being able to get to the point where I have over 100-some thousand followers. Everybody didn't see that. They didn't know this was gonna happen. They didn't know Jay was gonna be out here like lose that big old ass stomach and thousands of people watching the videos. I got family and friends and everybody. You know, they like, damn, what? How did it get like this? They didn't see it being possible, but I did. And so all that really matters is what you see being possible. Stop trying to get validation from other people and what other people think and their beliefs. Because believe it or not, your family, your mom, your dad, your partner, they have limiting beliefs. And if you're going to certain people to get validation on if you need to do something or not, what if they telling you something based on their limiting beliefs? And it causes you to limit your life and your growth. Just because they had a hard time losing weight with a trainer or a coach, and they like, nah, don't do that. Then your ass, well, you know what, I'm not going to do it neither. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. And you struggle with losing weight for years. Just because you relied on their beliefs, their opinion. Be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you listen to, all right? Because everybody's not going to understand the reasons why you're doing what you're doing and why it's so important for you to do it, okay? And then last one, number 5. You're going to have, how can I say this? You're going to have days where you feel like shit and you still got to get it done. I know I'm transparent with this at times, like when I'm doing the podcast and I'm like, yeah, y'all, I really didn't feel like doing this podcast today, but I did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of what I was talking about earlier. Once you get to a certain level, man, you still got to show up. You got to show up. Like I got a business, I got like 5 people on payroll. It ain't just me. I'm paying people, this their livelihood. I got to show up. Success don't care about my feelings and my opinion. All it cares about is your ass go put in the work today. Is you go show up. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? What if I don't show up? Slowly but surely, everybody go start migrating their ass to another page. Like, y'all will be forgot about my ass in about 2.5 days. Clients gonna be filing refunds and disputes. What the hell happened to him? I ain't heard from him in like 2 days, 5 days. Success does not care about how you feel. And you can't be naive to think that you can have these days where you just like, oh, I'm just not motivated this week. I'm not going to go to the gym. Well, that don't mean there's not going to be consequences behind you not going to the gym. Oh, this is going to be a busy month for me. I'm just not going to do anything. I'm not going to eat right. I'm not going to exercise. You can't think that there's not going to be consequences. Like, you could gain weight. You could develop health issues. You could become even more tired than what you are. More stressed because you can gain more weight. You're eating junk food, so you feel more tired, busted and disgusted, stomach getting bigger. Now you're even lower vibration because you're looking at yourself in the bathroom mirror like, damn, this shit don't look good at all. So now you don't even feel happy about yourself. You see what I'm saying? There's consequences behind doing nothing. Everybody asks about, what's the cost, man? What's the cost of the program? It's a cost of doing nothing, too. It's a cost, guys. And so just know, on your journey of losing belly fat and getting in shape and getting the body that you want, you're going to have to develop discipline to keep doing the things that got you the results in the first place. You stop those habits and you stop those routines, you lose those results. Same thing with me, guys. Like, if I want to continue to grow, I can't stop doing the things that's gotten me to this point. You see what I'm saying? If I want to keep my abs, I can't stop eating certain types of food and a certain amount of food. I can't just go to Waffle House and eat Waffle House every day, all day. And just go over to Five Guys and eat Five Guys burger and fry all day. I can't do it. Even though I would love to do that. Let's not kid ourselves. I would love to do that. But I can't do that. Not if I want to keep the results. You see what I'm saying? And so just know it's a dark side to this. You got to be ready for it. You know, a lot of people see these NBA players and NFL players. People pay hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to go see these players on TV. And there's a dark side to it. The dark side is these players, they get sick just like we do. They have aches and pains and bumps and bruises just like we do. But their level of success caused them to, even when they have moves where they're not motivated to go shoot the basketball or anything. It might be life experiences that they're going on with their personal life. They still got to show up. Because there's somebody out there that spent $200, $300, $400, $500 on that one ticket to see that player play. And you got to bet your ass they're going to want to see that player on that court because they didn't spend their money. That's the dark side of success. You see what I'm saying? And so you got to think of yourself highly as well. A lot of people don't think highly of themselves. But if you start thinking highly of yourself and you start moving with purpose, you're going to start noticing, man, I gotta keep this up. I got to keep showing up. Because if you don't keep showing up, you lose the sauce. You lose the sauce if you stop showing up. And so if you want to continue to have your body looking nice, having a flat stomach, having good health, having good energy, guys, you're going to have to keep showing up. Meaning you're going to have to keep hitting the gym. Not every day, all day, like a bodybuilder, but you're going to have to keep going. You're going to have to keep being mindful around how much you're eating and what foods you're eating, the quality, if you want to have good energy on a daily basis. Not just now, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now. You got to keep showing up. All right? Anyway, hopefully y'all found this helpful. We out. Let go. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.